If the Olympics are still on for 2021, it might make things a little complex if the season gets pushed pretty late and NBA players are allowed to go. I wouldn't be surprised to see an abbreviated regular season next year. It's definitely gonna be abbreviated if they want players to be able to play in the Olympics. The gardening dad like a regular dad but cooler vintage shirt. And some of the money that could be lost next season. My thoughts exactly. If nothing else changes, there's gap between the end of this season and the start of the next. Unless they don't start the next season till like Christmas. Gardening dad like a regular dad but cooler vintage shirt. Tank top. V-neck ladies tee for men and women. Tank top. V-neck. They could mirror the 66-game lockout season that started on Xmas. That seems the most realistic option to me. Well, they a 2-month hiatus. I know that's not the same as having half the year off, but it's something. With how much time off the gardening dad like a regular dad but cooler vintage shirt. I think it's gonna have more to do with playing in front of empty stadiums. Everyone's FT% is probably gonna skyrocket and a few randoms will go off. Similarly, a few people who feed off that energy won't. My understanding is an empty arena can actually be harder because it fucks with your depth perception. It's impossible to tell who's going to come back rusty as hell or out of shape, or who has used the mini off-season to level up. Excited as fuck. Official gardening dad like a regular dad but cooler vintage sweatshirt. Hoodie. My friend and I have talked about how hard it can be to play pickup on an outdoor court because there's no back wall for depth perception. One place we've played not only has any back wall, it's on a hill, so there's nothing past the gardening dad like a regular dad but cooler vintage shirt. I hope some players come back noticeably heavier, and when LeBron goes into the game with a bag of Doritos and a beer in his hand and a beer belly, pans over to LeBron at scorer's table to doing that thing you do with your hands to get the Doritos crust off before you pick up your controller. Still chewing his last mouthful. Other product.